Merry Christmas, Fellowship.
Pastor Kevin asked if we can make a short video sharing with you a little bit about who we are, what we're doing, and how that matters to you. And of course, we're happy to do that. And with the help of Pastor Drew, here we are.
We are so thankful for your love and encouragement thus far, so thank you so much.
Yeah. I'm grateful for my sister and brother-in-law who introduced us to Kevin and who introduced us to you. Hey, Jesse, Patrick.
So for those of you who don't know us yet, we're Matt and Christina Parsley. We have 2 kids. Jacob is 14 and Michaela is 11.
You know, missions has long been a part of our story. We actually met on a mission trip, and we've been doing missions ever since. We spent a total of about 7 years on the mission field, and the last 3 years I've been a missions pastor in New Mexico.
Just as we got settled back into life here in America, God called us to go back to the nations. He called us to go return to a people group who are only 0.3% Christian. And in fact, unless more people go to this mission field, the 125 million people in this people group will never have a chance, even one time, to hear the love of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but that can change. It must change as far as we're concerned. God's given us a vision, and it's a big vision. It's a vision of reproducing disciples and multiplying churches. The gospel advancing from family to family and transforming communities until God's kingdom is just spreading all across that land He's called us to.
This multiplication happened in the New Testament church. It's happening in pockets around the world, and we believe it's about to happen in Japan. Now, the Japanese are the world's 2nd largest unreached people group, and we are going to invest our lives there. We're going to proclaim the gospel of Christ there.
Yeah, this is why we're going. You know, God's already working. We visited Japan earlier this year and met some people who shared some stories of transformation in their lives, and it's really amazing. Japan has one of the highest suicide rates in all of the developed world, and these people that we met shared stories of how they went from wanting to end their life to finding new life in Christ. There was a lady that we met who she had lost everything in the earthquake and tsunami that devastated part of northern Japan in 2011. And she lost her home, she lost her husband, her grandchildren. Then a missionary introduced her to Christ, and she was changed. She found new joy in her spiritual family, and she's helping to reach her community for Christ these days.
That's right. So in all the salvation stories that we hear, there's one common thread. Someone shared Christ with someone else, right? So in Romans 14 and 15, Romans 10, 14 and 15, it says, "How then can they call on the one they have not believed in? And how can they believe in the one whom they've not heard? And how can they hear without someone preaching to them? And how can they preach unless they are sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of those who bring good news."
We are willing to be those feet, but we need you to send us. We're looking to build a giant team of at least 100 individuals and families who can support us ongoing, financially, monthly, or yearly, and can provide fervent prayer support.
Right. We will be an extension of you in Japan. And to make it a true partnership, we are committing to not only keep you informed about what all's going on with our ministry, but also we want to pray regularly for you, your family, the community around FBC, and to pray for fellowship itself.
While regular, ongoing partnerships are our greatest need, we also have need for one-time expenses related to relocating to Japan. And so we just ask that you pray and ask God how He would have you be involved. And however He leads you, we know that God will bless your obedience, bless your engagement in the Great Commission.
And if you want to give financially, please follow the directions on the back of our prayer card or go to www.japaneseparsley.org and click the Give tab.
If you'd like to hear more, we'd love to sit down with you one-on-one and share a little bit more about our vision and our strategy, and discuss even more ways you can be involved in making disciples in Japan and throughout the world.
Fellowship, thank you so much for your love, your encouragement, your gifts, and your prayers. We couldn't do this without you, and we look so forward to see what God's going to do with not only fellowship here in Texas, but also what he's going to do in Japan.
So have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. God bless.